Most people think intelligence only shows up in test scores, degrees, or how confidently someone speaks. But in real life, high intelligence often hides in plain sight, inside small, everyday habits that don't look impressive at all. In fact, many intelligent people are overlooked or misunderstood because their habits don't match the stereotype. If you've ever felt like your mind works a little differently, or people underestimate you, stay with me. By the end of this video, you might realize that some of your most ordinary habits are actually quiet signs of high intelligence. And if you enjoy uncovering hidden psychology like this, take a moment right now to like this video and subscribe to my channel, The Hidden Mind, because this is exactly what we explore here. One everyday habit that often reveals high intelligence is constant self-questioning. Intelligent people don't just accept their first thought or reaction. They pause and ask themselves, is this accurate? Or is there another way to see this? This habit can look like self-doubt from the outside, but psychologically, it's metacognition. Thinking about your own thinking. Research shows that people who reflect on their thoughts make better decisions over time because they're willing to update their beliefs instead of defending them blindly. Another common habit is enjoying solitude. Highly intelligent people often spend a lot of time alone, not because they dislike others, but because their minds are naturally stimulating. When you're alone, you think, imagine, connect ideas, and replay experiences. This inner activity provides mental satisfaction that many people only get from external stimulation. Solitude becomes a space for mental clarity rather than loneliness. You might also notice a habit of asking why more than what. Instead of just learning facts, intelligent minds want to understand causes, systems, and underlying principles. This is why highly intelligent people sometimes lose interest in surface-level explanations. They're not trying to be difficult. Their brain is searching for structure and meaning beneath the surface. Another everyday sign is sensitivity to noise and chaos. Busy environments, loud sounds, or constant interruptions can feel draining. This isn't weakness. It's often a sign of a brain that processes information deeply. High intelligence is frequently linked with higher sensory awareness. Your mind takes in more details, so overstimulation arrives faster. Quiet environments help you think clearly and recharge. Highly intelligent people also tend to change their opinions when presented with new evidence. This surprises others, who may see it as inconsistency. But psychology shows that cognitive flexibility, the ability to revise beliefs, is a key marker of intelligence. You're not being unreliable. You're prioritizing accuracy over ego. Another subtle habit is procrastinating in unusual ways. Intelligent people often delay tasks, not because they're lazy, but because their brain is processing solutions in the background. This is known as incubation. While it can become unhealthy if unmanaged, moderate procrastination can actually improve creative problem solving, because the mind continues working subconsciously. You may also notice a habit of mentally replaying conversations. After social interactions, you reflect on what was said, what was meant, and how things could have gone differently. While this can turn into overthinking, at its core it is social intelligence at work. Your brain is analyzing patterns to improve future interactions. Another everyday behavior is finding humor in irony, contradiction, or dark topics. Complex humor requires abstract thinking and rapid pattern recognition. Studies have found links between sophisticated humor styles and higher verbal intelligence. You don't laugh because something is loud or obvious. You laugh because you see the hidden layer. Highly intelligent people also tend to have inconsistent sleep patterns. Many feel more mentally alive late at night, when distractions drop and thinking becomes uninterrupted. While good sleep is still important, delayed sleep timing is more common in people with high cognitive activity, because their mind resists shutting down when it's deeply engaged. You might also have a habit of starting many interests, but finishing selectively. Intelligent minds generate ideas faster than they can execute them. While others focus on one thing at a time, you explore widely. This can look like a lack of commitment, but often it's a sign of high curiosity and fast learning speed. Over time, these interests connect in unexpected ways. Another overlooked habit is discomfort with rigid rules. Highly intelligent people don't reject rules automatically, they question them. If a rule doesn't make logical sense, your mind resists following it blindly. This independent thinking can cause friction in structured systems, but it's also what drives innovation and progress. You may also notice that small talk drains you quickly. Conversations that stay on the surface feel mentally empty. Intelligent people crave depth, meaning, and ideas. This doesn't mean you think you're better than others. It means your brain needs substance to stay engaged. Another everyday sign is heightened empathy combined with analysis. You don't just feel for others. You try to understand them. You analyze motivations, emotional patterns, and unspoken needs. This combination of empathy and cognition leads to emotional intelligence. But it can also be exhausting if you don't set boundaries. Highly intelligent people also tend to mentally simulate the future. Before making decisions, you imagine possible outcomes, consequences, and long-term effects. This foresight slows impulsive action but improves long-term judgment. While others react, you calculate. You might also notice that you dislike doing things just for appearance. Trends, status displays, and social posturing feel pointless unless there's real value behind them. Intelligent minds prefer authenticity over performance. This can make you seem detached from social norms, but it also protects your sense of self. Another quiet habit is learning for its own sake. You read, watch, or explore topics not because they're useful immediately, but because they're interesting. This intrinsic motivation is strongly linked with high intelligence and long-term success. You don't need external pressure to learn. Curiosity drives you naturally. Importantly, none of these habits alone prove intelligence. But together, they form a pattern. Intelligence is not about looking smart. It's about how your mind processes the world. It's subtle, internal, and often invisible. If you recognized yourself in several of these habits, let this be a reminder. You don't need to perform intelligence to have it. You don't need to be louder, faster, or more impressive. Your mind works the way it does for a reason. I'd love to hear from you. Which habit stood out the most? Or which one do people misunderstand about you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might help someone else feel seen. And if you know someone who's quietly intelligent but often underestimated, share this video with them. Before you go, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, The Hidden Mind, so you don't miss the next story that might change the way you see yourself.